Hello, I bet you didn't expect to see me again. I'm back, kind of. I've taken a bit of a break from practically everything in life. I have brought in 2 orders today that I thought was worthy of showing you guys. There's plenty of bits to kind of really enjoy, including this coin in front of you. I wasn't going to buy this. I kind of bought this as a favour, or in my mind it was a favour. I didn't really want it. It's a good coin, 2000 rares, but it falls outside the VAT scope, so it's a bit of a pain for me. But yeah, let's get into it. I've got 2 orders to go through. One's from a gentleman that I've been dealing with. That will be this order. One is from a business that I haven't dealt with for a while, not on the buy side anyway. I found that the businesses that I used to deal with, they started to cotton on and their prices got more expensive. I'm not salty about it. The reality is I'm not their target market. If people are buying from them to sell, they're probably not doing their job properly. You know, they should be trying to find the end clientele, which is fair enough. But something came up and I thought, my gut instinct was like, I think this is something more than it is. But I will get to that after I've gone through these coins. So yeah, you got this coin. This is a 2000 Reyes pirate coin. It's a nice coin. Like I said, I didn't particularly want it. I was umming and ahhing it. There was 2 coins here that I didn't particularly want because they both fell outside the VAT scope. I should know what this is. I can't. The words elude me. I can't quite recall what this coin is. I have seen this coin before via another dealer that I work with. I think he had 4 or 5 of these and he had them graded. He had a really good result on them as well. But these are very, very old coins. Maybe this is a Reyes. I know this one's a Reyes. Escudo, maybe. This reminds me of the one I recently bought in from the gentleman in Glasgow, but a lot smaller, although this one is slightly older. But yeah, this one was relatively cheap. I paid £10 over on this. I didn't particularly want it. I think he just wanted rid of it. And I went, fair enough. This one, I'm in it for £4.50. I think it's worth 500. I originally offered 425 on it. He knocked it back. But he had other coins that I wanted. And I just said, look, I'll take it off the back. I want the other coins. Now, the other coins that come in are my bread and butter. I just wanted them to move the postage stamps. I've got to the point where I don't really need to make money, but I'm looking at a big problem I have. I had a client who was buying 1,000 second class bundle postage stamps. Now, unfortunately, we've gone our separate ways. It wasn't on bad terms. He just couldn't fulfill the order anymore. So I've now got to find a way to use those stamps or sell those stamps. And I thought, well, what better way? Why don't I just dust off the old white gloves that I don't own? I don't use. I do own them. I've always found that's a bit of a class issue, that, with the white gloves. But I thought, why not just do a bit of trade, and a bit of extra money wouldn't go amiss. You know, it's not necessarily a problem. I was going to make a video talking about that, actually, and I think I'll put that on a Die of a Gold Coin Dealer, because my situation since the start of the year is so fundamentally different. I remember putting my targets out and thinking, the target I set is a really tough target. I've never hit that in a financial sense since I've been trading. Well, I did it in 5 months. I absolutely blew out the water, and it was a bit of luck. You know, there was a lot of luck involved. A lot of it come from the stock market, but do I care how the ball crosses the line? No, not really. A goal's a goal. Sometimes you got to take it where you can. So yeah, there was these 2, and then there was 6 coins that I personally wanted, because these are my bread and butter. I know where I stand with this. There was a couple of ducats, nice coins, piratey coins, not as piratey as this coin. Modern day piratey coins. A couple of them. There was a 10 Corona, and there was some 10 franc gold coins. Now these are bread and butter for me. I do pretty well on these. I just put £10 on and I move them on. £10 plus post, sorry. And in that way I can get rid of the paper gold that I've accumulated over the years. Again, if that gentleman's watching, there's no hard feelings, it's just business. I get it, but it was just like, okay, it's another problem I need to solve. But that's why I make good money, because I'm essentially a professional problem solver. I just do it in the form of coins or stamps, etc., whatever I try and make money in. So yeah, those are the 6 coins from that gentleman. I do appreciate it. Now, going back to why I bought these, and I say overpaid, I still think this is worth 500. He sold me a 2017 3-coin set, so it was the half, the full, and the double. And I thought he sold them for a pretty fair price. And I sent them off to get graded, and I got a straight sweep of 70s. I couldn't believe it. So if anything, I probably could have paid him slightly more. I didn't want to, because I still want to move it. You know, I am a business and not a charity, but I was absolutely like jaws on the floor to get a straight sweep of 70s on that set. I didn't think it was anywhere near, but good for me. Not a problem. Saying that, that's been away for a very, very long time. Right, next, let's go on to the next order. Now, this was very interesting for me. So basically, there was 15 10 mark gold coins, and they come up at one of the big London bullion places. Excuse me, just got a bit of coffee. Now, I have been trading long enough. I'm going to put that here. Actually, I'll put that here. I've been trading long enough to know no one stacks 10 mark gold coins. No one. They're too expensive. The premium is too high on them to have a go at stacking them. So the person who put these together was a collector. And in my head, I was like, is it going to be varieties or is it going to be dates? Because if it's dates, I'm going to make a tiny amount of money. There won't be much in it. If it's varieties, I'm in the money. Now, I paid 304 a coin for these. Now, some of these coins are worth 350. Some of these coins are worth 375. Some of these coins I won't get my money back on, but there's only 2 of them. And one of the coins I'm actually sending back because they confused it and sent me a 10 Corona. Hey, I'm not paying 3 or 4 for a 10 Corona, regardless of the fact that it's original. I wouldn't get my money out of that. So yeah, let's go through them. These are 375 coins. Hamburg. I expect my phone to go a bit crazy after I put this video out. Another Hamburg. I think this can be resolved. So the Hamburgs I got at 375. Lovely little coins. I think they're the only German one that has the coat of arms instead of a person, a monarch, I guess. King of Saxon. This is a rare coin. This might be worth a bit extra. This might be worth 375. Württemberg. I've actually applied to study in Württemberg, believe it or not. 2 of these. These are not for sale for the time being. I've got other plans for these. They're probably worth about 350 each. Bullion, that's a 350 coin. Another Bullion. I think these are all... Oh, another Bullion, sorry. So 3 Bullions. These are all Prussia, I believe. Now 2 of these, I think it's this one. This one was mounted in the past. And this one, I'll take this one out. So this, I'm pretty sure has been in a ring. I've seen this a lot. The edges are completely done. Or the edge is completely done. And it's got this like mottled effect, which I think is jewellery cloth. Okay, those 2 coins, there's probably no money in it for me. I might make a token loss on them. Fine. I'm okay with that. I think the Prussians are probably worth around 325 a coin myself. These are the most common ones. But yeah, this all goes back to just gut instinct. I looked at him and thought, I'm not entirely sure what this is. I do think it will come off. I don't personally clean my coins. I wouldn't be shocked if that's come out of a binder of some sort and it's kind of leached onto the coin. I'm not sure. If anyone knows, feel free to let me know. I have seen it in the past. I never really got to the bottom of what it was. But yeah, like my gut instinct just went, no, there's not a chance. They have to be a collection of some sort. They're just too expensive to stack. No one stacks the 10 marks. They're hard coins to find. The 20 mark coin is a hard coin to find. The premiums come down slightly on a few of them. But in all honesty, I don't expect to be holding these that long, because I think the collectors will come out of the woodwork on them. There's quite a few people that have messaged me about the 10 marks in the past. Like even in like non-MS conditions, they tend to do okay. But I think the Hamburg coins are lovely. I sold a Hamburg one recently. I let it go cheap. I let it go really cheap. But this is the 10 krona. Sorry, this is going back. It's because I put it at the bottom of the pile. There we go. Yeah, I let it go really cheap just because I've done a fair amount of trades with the gentleman. I probably should have charged him more, but it's okay. Nice position to be in when you don't have to maximise, that's for sure. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. There will actually be a few videos coming up. I bought an absolutely wonderful Czech coin, and I've been offered 2 massive collections. So one I've already dealt with a gentleman. He's up in Manchester. He doesn't know how much he's got, but I'm pretty sure we'll get that across the line because I've dealt with him a few times. Another gentleman's just moving abroad, and he just said, I'm looking to get rid of around, I think it's about 10 ounces. I'd have to double check what he said. But you've got 1 ounce Brits and you've got some bars. There's an Uno and a Lion bar. I probably won't sell that, to be honest. I want one for my collection. Although saying that, slapping 2.5k in a collection is a hard task these days, considering the level of motivation that I've not had. And there's also a major auction to come up, so it might be a busy 4 weeks for me. I was kind of planning on winding it down and being done with it, but I don't know. I kind of enjoyed getting these coins in today. It's always nice to get something that's a bit different. I think for me, I got a bit bored of the bread and butter side of things, where it comes in, it goes out, and it's like, oh, I've seen this a million times. It's not entertaining for me anymore. Although it's work, I guess it shouldn't be entertaining, but you've got to have some level of can't think of the word. You've got to have something that piques your interest, you know, otherwise it just becomes a grind, like any job. I've done lots of different jobs, and lots of jobs are like that, coins included. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I will be putting out some more content. I'm not going to promise. I'm not going to say, oh, it's this, that, or the other. I'll just put it out as and when, and hopefully people will respond to it. And if they don't, then that's also okay. Boy.